Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here and welcome back to another episode of this Football Manager 2020 save here with FC Twente. We played some games off camera, one extremely upsetting game off camera, and we're doing alright in the league though. The new formation seems to be working fairly well. Let's just see how we've been getting on off camera. So we followed up that draw against Groningen with a 3-0 victory against AZ, a fantastic performance. Nasi Univar and Sup got 2 goals. Sup scored twice. I couldn't believe it. Absolutely unbelievable draft. But then we played against Vitesse and we lost 3-0. Now, I want to go into this Vitesse game because I'm not happy about what happened. I just don't understand. I don't understand. We had 21 shots, 13 on target. We couldn't score. Couldn't score a single goal. 21 shots, 13 on target. Couldn't hit the back of the net. Not once. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you. They had their first 3 shots on target. It was all done and dusted in the first, really, 8 minutes. The first 3 shots on target, all 3 shots here that they had on target in the 5th, the 8th, and the 21st minute, all hit the back of the net. It was the first 3 shots they had in the game. God damn you, FM! Then followed that up, though, with a very, very comfortable win against Ajax. I was extremely happy about this. Ajax went 1-0 up, and then Seferosa just became a god amongst men and got 2 goals to bring it back. And then Benavidez came off the bench and scored for us as well, and Dusan Tadic managed to get a late, well, it wasn't too late, but get a consolation really for them in the end. A very good result away from home, and that has led to a string of good results. We played against Waller, we beat them 2-0, Jemison and Supreet Singh. We played against Excelsior, we beat them 4-1. They scored an own goal, which was fantastic for us, but Nasi got a double. We're going to talk about Nasi in a moment. We have just recently played against Den Haag in an extremely frustrating game. Nasi scored, they scored. Sup scored, they scored. And then Sup scored again to give us a victory, which was all important. We're going to play against Sparta in today's episode. I genuinely didn't know what game to come back for. I've played further than actually I expected to play. I've been having a very, very good time with the way the team's playing, apart from the Vitesse game, which, as you can see, we absolutely dominated. But everything they touched in front of net went in. So let's talk about Nasi Univar. I'm going to play a clip here of an absolute screamer that he scored recently. He has been unbelievably fantastic, and there is no surprise why Manchester United want him, and now I believe there's several other clubs. Yes, Manchester United, Liverpool, Inter Milan, and I'm devastated by that. He's valued at 9.75 million. We all know that I would get tons more for him than that, and I certainly will be getting much more for him than that. But it's slowly becoming a time where maybe we lose Nasi, and it's a really sad sinking feeling. I've had a rough week this week. We lost Ryan Edmondson over there on the Bolton save, and it looks like now we may lose Nasi Univar. And that just makes me sad. Although, I must admit, if we do get Champions League football, there's a chance. If we do get Champions League football, then Nasi probably will stay with the club because that's all he wanted. But I genuinely don't think this squad will do anything whatsoever in Europe. And we did have the problem last time that we was in Europe, that we struggled for results in the league. In fact, when we were in Europe, we just struggled for the entire season. I mean, we didn't even make it to the groups this year. I don't know what I'm talking about. But as you can see in the league, it is extremely tight, and that has not changed. Groningen on 36 points, myself and Vitesse on 37 points, PSV and Ajax on 39 points, and it stayed that way for the entire season. It's extremely tight up there. So the results against teams like Groningen, Vitesse, PSV and Ajax now are going to be massive, and just all round us not screwing up, because this is an important season. We really need to do well or else we might get sacked. And nobody wants to see me get sacked, do they? Nobody wants to see that. So hopefully a good performance today in a game that really should be a good result for us. But you never know with this team, and you never know on camera, because we always perform dreadfully when the camera's rolling. Right, guys, so this is going to be the squad for today's game. Sup up top, Nasi on the left, Batista Meyer on the right. The lip is at Cam. We got Seferosa and Benavidez as the partnership in centre midfield. Mature and Jemison. Jemison's actually having a really good season. I'm really glad we picked him up. Hopefully we'll get a victory here against Sparta. It'll be more than comfortable because the Den Haag game didn't feel comfortable. I might add as well, Den Haag had a player sent off, and it still looked at one point that we might actually draw that game. I was getting a little bit tense. I have faith in the lads. I think this could be a decent result for us today. I've said that now, and I know I say that a lot. My optimism in this save has forever been right up there. The result's not so much as big as my optimism. An early goal, though, would help that optimism. What can we do here? Cassius is going to start the game again. He's played extremely well recently. I'm actually really happy with his performances. Hopefully he can achieve something moving forward. Right, so we're on the ball here. Seferosa there ends up falling to Nasi Univar. What can he do? A nice ball in. Penalty. Give me the penalty, referee. I will take a penalty here, 0-0. I'll take a penalty and then we blow up for full time, to be honest with you. It's just about getting the wins at the moment. Just consistently getting wins. We haven't had a string of wins for a long time. I think Ajax and PSV are going to be near enough non-existent to catch, so I think third place is probably in my head where I'd like to finish this season, which would be more than good enough for the board, but I'd like a little bit of daylight coming up, and Sup does score it. The run continues for Sup. I'd like a good run, to be honest with you now, so that we had a little bit of a points gap, so that if we do lose against one of the big sides, it's not the end of the world. So we're straight back with another highlight, and Nassi's on the ball again, but he is dispossessed, which is a bit of a shame, but we do recoup the ball with Jemison, and Tender, I'd love a second goal there. This would be fantastic, although Nassi loses it again, which is quite surprising. He's been fantastic on the ball this season. Benavides there, Seferosa, Cassius, we're moving the ball around beautifully, but is there going to be an end product from this? I've seen quite... Seferosa! Oh, he puts it wide. I've seen quite consistently this season that we can move the ball around very well. Batista Maya with the ball here, and there it is. It's 2-0. It's fantastic. It's 2-0. And this is good for a live com, isn't it? It's 13th minute. 13th minute, great free kick from Batista Maya. It's 2-0. Well, you know, go Yorkie, man. Not that terrible at this game, although it has looked like that over recent episodes, and that we still haven't had a good European run here with Twente, which I definitely thought we'd have had by now. But yeah, this is a really important season for us to get a high position finish. What's this? What was that highlight? We'll forget about that. I'm still trying to figure out what happened in that highlight. And since that highlight, absolutely nothing has happened. As I say that, we come to a highlight. PSV have just scored as well, so that will put them 2 points ahead of us, which is a little bit of a shame. Imagine if we could challenge for the league this year. We have beaten Ajax, and I do think that we're good enough to beat PSV as well. I think we're good enough to beat any of the big teams on our day this season. A lot of it depends on how well that man can perform Sup, and if he can get just a decent goal tally this year. We haven't really had a striker, even Ignacio. We haven't had a striker that's like a 20-plus goal scorer per season. Batista Maya's just scored. Carbon copy. That's not bad, is it? Happy days. I'm gonna give him a clap again. Batista Maya has been fantastic for a free transfer. You have to think about some of the free transfers we've actually got in this team. Ethan Laird being one of them as well. I cannot complain whatsoever. So we are now 3-0 up in the first half, and this is pretty breezy, isn't it? I can watch this all day long. But more performances like this in the live comp, boys. We've definitely got the message that we needed to start performing better in live comms, and this seems to be the case, although Nassi's given the ball away again. I've spent this episode talking about how well Nassi's done. I've showed clips about how well he's performed, and no, not today, Gaffer. I'm having the evening off. Leave it to Batista. But he's doing all right. We're winning, and that's all that matters. And it feels comfortable at the minute, which is a bit of a worry. This is not it's not a constant feeling I've had throughout this save as a comfortable result. Even that game against AZ where we were 3-0 up, it didn't feel comfortable. I might add AZ and Feyenoord have absolutely plummeted this season. They're not having good years as Sup heads the ball. They're not having good seasons whatsoever, which I think has seen Vitesse become I wouldn't say a big team in this league, but a team that's certainly doing some damage as we've got them. We let them clean through there. That could have been a massive mistake. Okay, long throw. Is there a fourth here? I mean, this game would really be done and dusted if we get another goal. We've been absolutely all over them. And since playing this tactic, we've been all over most teams. Ajax was a little bit different, but we've been all over most teams. Nasi Univar. Benavides. We do like a long shot. We do like a long shot, but when you've got players like Felipe and Seferosa who can score those long shots, why not have a crack? I have noticed since we did change to doing our own corners that we've had way more success. Batista Maya is on a hat-trick as well. Let's not forget that. I hope he does actually score a hat-trick. That'd be fantastic. So we've hit half-time. It's 3-0 up. We've had 18 shots, 10 on target, and this isn't a usual feeling we have on these live comms, to be honest with you. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm usually panicking at this point or plotting how we manage to salvage a draw. As you can see, Camembert are actually drawing with Feyenoord as well. They've spent so much money. money. This is Feyenoord's transfer history. They've spent 46 million this season and only recouped 7. So they've basically spent 39 million. I was going to say 40, but they've spent 39 million on a good set of players. You could say Marquinhos looks fantastic, by the way. But how does that look, Oriol? How is it, mate? It looks really nice down there in mid-table obscurity with Feyenoord. But anyway, back to the game. We've got a second half to do. I'm mildly tempted to swap to key highlights for the second half because this is more than comfortable right now. Nasi Univar picks up the ball. The only player that we haven't had score a goal in this game that I would like to score is Nasi. And Tender playing today as well. So rotation left back. Don't let them score early doors. I'd like to keep a clean sheet. We haven't maintained many clean sheets this season. So to get one in this game, that'd be pretty pleasant, wouldn't it? We seem to be playing absolutely out of our skins recently, though. This run carrying on really just, it shows me how far the team's come. We have been consistently, to be fair, playing the same lineup, which I think does really help your team. If you can pick the same 11 fairly often, I think from consistency on this game, that's massively important. Let's look at this. Breezy. This is absolutely breezy. We're having the time of our lives. Just knocking the ball about. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Sub picks up the ball, although we are playing 18th in the league. I should add that. Look at me. I'm boasting about how well we're playing against 18th in the league. Batista Maya with a hat-trick of free kicks? Absolutely not. Absolutely not in that one. Well, I don't know if I should make some changes. We've not dominated a team like this for a while, to be honest with you. This strong domination. This is probably the reason why they're 18th in the league. Right, so substitution time. Let's take off Nasi. There's no point wasting his energy. I'm not going to take off Batista Maya because he's on a hat-trick. Who else do we take off? Right, so Seferosa is going to come off as well, and I think that's all we'll do for now. I like one late substitution in case they come with 2 goals out of nowhere and I need to waste some time. Not that I'm expecting that to happen, but you never know on this game. I've been screwed over several times, and it's not fun. Okay, so minimal highlights this second half, to be honest with you. But Saprit Singh there, Batista Maya, Sup, Cassius. Let's have a good ball in. Cassius, Nasi Univar is still on the pitch. I'm positive we sub Nasi Univar. What's... Okay. The Singh's on. So, okay. Did we not make that sub? Apparently not. Pretty sure I did make it. Not fully understanding what happened there. Did we, am I losing my mind? We made that sub, right? We made that, we did. We definitely did. I don't know what's happened there. Let's bring on Mads as well for Carlos. Give him a little bit of a rest. Fantastic performance from Carlos today. He's had some good performance recently. Since he came in to replace Ugrate, there's been a lot of weight on his shoulders. I think he's handling it pretty well. Right, guys, so full time it is and a fantastic performance. I'm very, very happy with this performance. I can't complain, can I? We're now on 40 points. That gives us a 3-point gap with Vitesse, which is massive. We really needed that. Now, who did Vitesse play today? Feyenoord did come back and beat Camembert. And Vitesse played against Ajax where they lost 3-2. So that's a big result for us. It gives us a 3-point gap, which is exactly what I wanted between ourselves, Vitesse and Groningen. But also, we're only 2 points behind top of the league. We have to really consider at this stage, with the way we're playing, maybe top of the league isn't out of our reach. Maybe we could get it. Right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully, we can get some more good results off camera. We're going to do January transfer window coming up as well. I don't know if there's going to be many players come in. There's a few youngsters that I've been looking at that could be good future players for the FC Twente side. And I think we've kind of got to a stage now where our first group of wonder kids and young players are starting to get to a point where we're probably going to have to sell 1 or 2. They're kind of outgrowing the club. And it's a sad time. It's a very sad time. But now we need to bring in a fresh crop to be the players that are going to replace them eventually in the future. So I'm going to have a little bit of a scout and maybe some cheeky dealings. I don't want to be spending too much money on these players. We've got an okay budget because of some of the sales, but I don't want to be going all out. I think the club's finances need to be managed very, very smartly in this situation. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching this episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you in the next one.